Hi, I'm Dan from the Rock Nerd Radio Show, and in today's episode we are going to take a look at the new Transformers Legacy Evolution Shrapnel in 5 minutes or less. Hang around after the review because I have some important channel updates that I'll stick at the end of this video.
Come geek out with us on the Rock Nerd Radio Show.
So here is Shrapnel in his robot mode, as you can see. And just to quickly talk about some of the things he comes with, you might notice that he has this gray blaster that has the tip painted purple. I'm not sure if that's so you can put blast pieces on it, blast effects on it, but it does kind of stick out when he's holding it, especially if he is pointing it at somebody. It's kind of hard to just not see that purple piece there. Two other accessories that he comes with are these pieces here and here, and they do come off of his arm. They act as pieces of his insect mode, but I know it's also for this Evo Fusion gimmick where you can combine these onto the this gun here to make more of a larger blaster for him. So that's some of the stuff that he comes with. But otherwise, paintwork on this guy looks fantastic. It looks exactly like I would expect Shrapnel to look like. He's got the purples, the blacks, the yellow here, which is very toyetic in its translucentness. Going around to the back, you do see some nice detail on the back of the legs. And all his gaps are, aside from the inside of the arms here, are pretty filled out nicely. Like, you can't really tell where the hollow spaces are on this figure, which is pretty cool. In terms of articulation, just about what you'd expect from a Transformer these days. Legs can move in and out, side to side. You got the swivel here. He's got knee movement. And then he does have ankle pivot, which I'm so glad more and more Transformers have. He does have the ability to turn his waist due to transformation. On mine, it's really, really tight. I can't speak for every copy, but it's very tight on mine. In terms of his arms, up, down, in and out, swivel there, and then elbow as well. And his fists can kind of articulate in the fact that they transform into his arm. So that's there. I can't get his head to move. I don't know if mine is just stuck or if there is no articulation there, but that is something to be aware of. And then his pincers also move as well, which will benefit more when he is in robot mode. So let's quickly take him into his alternate mode, his insect mode. In order to do that, I'm going to connect the legs together first and flip the feet down like this. From there, you can open up the front parts of the leg, and his legs fold like that. While you're transforming his legs, you're going to want to twist his waist around. That will allow the legs to snap into place like this, and you're just going to keep these parts open. You then fold out these two pieces on his back, which form his insect legs. Flip his hands in. Take his arms, and there's a little connection port right here that the arms will snap into. All right, just to finish up, these two gray pieces here fold down to hide his face. You can then move the pincers however you would like. And you can take the gray blaster and you can put it on either one of these ports here on his legs or underneath him like this. And now you have Shrapnel in his insect mode. Here he is back in his robot mode. And one thing to point out is these two pieces here, they kind of look like underarm blasters. You can rotate them really however you like. So you could have them be like this, so they're more sticking out on the back of his arms. I like the idea of them facing forward. That's just me, but it is your toy, so you display it however you like. And here's a quick final look at Shrapnel with some newer Insecticon figures as well as some who aren't so new. We have Kickback on the left-hand side of him and Bombshell from Combiner Wars, I want to say, on the right side of him. I gotta say, Kickback and Shrapnel look great together, and I'm really hoping that we get a new Bombshell in the near future to finish off the Insecticon trio, because Bombshell, he just doesn't look like he fits in. I've always pictured Bombshell as the leader of this group, and with these two, he just kind of looks like their silly kid brother or something. One quick note, I was able to get his head to move. As you can see, it's now turned a little bit. It was just stuck. I tried to jiggle it a little bit, and now it has some movement to it. So this figure is out now. If you are a G1 purist like me, this might be something that you want to add to your shelf, especially if you're looking to buy mainline releases and not a third-party, expensive masterpiece type figure. All right, that does it for Shrapnel. I hope you enjoyed that review, and I hope you enjoy the figure if you pick it up. I did want to give a couple quick updates to the channel. You may have noticed that some videos haven't really come out in a while. There's a reason for that. My wife and I have just become parents for the first time, so I am going to try to get out videos as often as possible. I can't promise that they're going to be weekly, but I'm going to try my hardest to make sure they are coming out on a fairly regular basis. Going along with that, if you've been listening to the Rock Nerd Radio Show podcast, you will hear that I've been joined by Vinnie Murphy from Dissecting Fiction on some episodes. Check those episodes out. We've been having some great conversations, talking about some different things compared to what I normally talk about on the show. And I've had a few guests on as well, including Dave Hulse and Damian Blakes from D Blake Makes. So check out those episodes. Let me know what you think. Until then, I've been Dan. You've been pretty awesome. I'll see you next time.
Come geek out with us on the Rock Nerd Radio Show.